Let the vibe begin. Overt Radio, spinning hits to win.
Good day, Lagos, good day, Nigeria, good day, world. Wherever you're listening to us from, it's our pleasure to have you here with us today on the show. It is 11:44 a.m. Today is the 22nd day in the month of July 2026. It's a brand new day. It's Wednesday and it's 20 o'clock. My name is Buki Daisy. I'm here with Ken and Ibukun as usual. Hi, guys.
All right. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Okay, good morning everyone listening to us. Happy Wednesday.
Alright, so we're back as usual for Trend Table today. Trend Table happens every Wednesday and Fridays 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and today is no exception. We always come together to talk about things that have been trending online, and we just get to share opinions. Sometimes we agree together, but what they say we disagree to agree. We would always come together. Most of the times we don't always have corresponding ideas, but then it's fine. Today is an exception as usual, and we would start with this particular video that was trending on social media. Now I think it's FYB week for most schools. I know Unila completed theirs I think last week, and schools have been doing that FYB and stuff like that, and there's always a particular thing that certain schools have in they're very different from others. Some schools always imbibe the rag day, some imbibe the cultural day, the this and that day. And for this particular trending video online, Uniben, they did the gender switch day. Honestly, that's not like the first time I would hear about the gender switch day. I didn't do it in my school, but then some schools do it, and that is what has brought us to the first topic of conversation today. What's the topic?
Yeah, so following standards in Nigeria's higher institutions of learning.
All right, so to not make it seem like what's happening here, you know how people see things differently. There are people that they actually brought up this particular idea because they felt like nothing bad. It's our generation. We're trying to do things a different way. We are trendy. We are youthful and those kind of things. So people are like, the particular trend can be something that is a very cute thing, just something out of the ordinary. And so some people can be like, it's a very good initiative. People are just being themselves and just trying new things and trying to be funny and trying to create content. Because people like to do things on social media that is for content. While others can be like, what is happening here? It's an institution. This should not even be encouraged. This should not even be allowed. This should not even be a thing. So what side do you fall on today? Who's gonna kickstart for us?
I'm going to start first.
All right, listeners, thanks for joining us. We want to appreciate all those who are streaming with us, streaming live on our YouTube platform, YouTube channel, Overt Radio Live. We want to appreciate you guys for being there, for always making a date every Wednesdays and Friday for Trend Table. Yes. So when I saw that video, the very first thing that came to my mind was that how can a prestigious university, which is the University of Benin, Uniben, could allow such activities?
Is that the first time you would see such?
No. Okay, let me continue.
Okay.
So that how could Uniben allow such activity in its in an education environment, despite the fact that transgender law in the country is prohibited. Transgender in the country is prohibited. Even those people that are known for transgender, the likes of Bobrisky and other celebrities. Bobrisky is currently not in Nigeria because of the what she does or what she's practicing or what she believes in is prohibited in the country. So my thoughts was that how can an educational institution, yes, students during their student week, they are at liberty to put up activities for that week to celebrate their day, their week, but I think it was immoral for the institution to have actually accepted a department or a faculty in its school for students to indulge in such activities. Despite the fact that it's for fun. but this is transgender. This is something that is prohibited in the country. It's just like students, maybe they want to celebrate their day, and they'll be having open intercourse, public intercourse.
Where?
In school now, or doing things that are extremist, that are extreme. So I felt disappointed, with Uniben to have allowed that thing to happen. I felt disappointed, despite the fact that I think it was that same state that some group of persons who are classified as transgender in that particular state were once arrested by the police. I mean, about less than a couple of years ago. So I felt disappointed that this could be coming out from Uniben, despite the fact that we have great figures in this country who are alumnus of University of Benin. So let me just hang it here and let others, my co-anchors, say one or two things concerning that.
Okay, thank you. I know when we were small, we used to say, all work and no play make Jack's a dull boy. That's just it. So I actually feel back then in school we used to do rag day and all of that. We can't say because someone we are doing rag day we are a mad person. Do you understand? Because our appearance used to look like a mad person entirely. So I actually feel that kind of thing is a creativity show, because they are just trying to be creative, to just do something different that their past seniors have not been doing. Because this thing, I think it is new. I've not been hearing for so long like that. It is rag day and all of that I used to hear very well. But this, I think it's a new thing.
I've seen it before.
Like since when?
In our institution?
Yes.
Okay, doing transgender day.
No, just
it's transgender day they are doing now.
Gender switch. So
okay,
the girls.
It's still the same thing. Gender switch. Transgender. Bobrisky switched his gender from a man to from male gender to a female. It's transgender. Whether switch or transgender switch or whatever. Yeah. Continue.
Okay, so to me, I actually feel when there is time for serious things, it's time for serious things. They read and they know that when it is time to read, they read. When it's time for examination, they do it. But when it is also time for we shouldn't turn institution as a total serious thing. We learn different kind of thing in school. We create different kind of thing. There was a time, was not Unilag, we were actually talking about was not content of a thing that they should stop doing content of it. See, there are some restrictions we should not just talk about.
Yeah, Unilag banned content creators.
Yeah. So to me, I don't really see is actually a serious thing we should be putting on our head, because this thing is a fun thing. They do it once in a while. So that does not change their own personality or turning them to what they are not supposed to be. So that's what I want to say.
The second is laughing. So if your son comes on, or maybe, I feel like most of the times they don't tell their parents what is going on in that area.
I'm not even going towards that area. The area I'm going is that the people that were engaged in that particular activity, I wish sure that these people they are not transgender. Because for you to willingly commit for you to willingly partake in such activities, that means maybe there's something inside you that has always wanted you to be, to practice such. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Just I don't know if you understand. So you think that those people that were
yes, I'm mad. Like,
and they practicing how to be mad.
You see,
of course, I'm sorry, Buku. According to, there's a popular saying that says that there's 1 minute madness in the life of. There's a way they used to say it. At least somebody would always want to be mad. Actually
feel we are taking it too serious. It is a fun thing. It's a fun thing. Is anybody okay?
Okay. Let's cite other schools example. Have this kind of thing? Have they done it in Unilag?
Well, I don't know, but
have they done it in Lasso? Can you see this kind of thing in Unilorin? Can you see this kind of thing in a Muslim state?
So
maybe in the Zaria, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. How can so that is before you start saying that something is not wrong and something is right, you have to give examples of other institutions who are within that same geographical location. Can this transgender or gender switch, can they do it in Zamfara State or in Maiduguri, University of Maiduguri, Unimed? Can students in that states, a state that is Kano State Sharia, can they do it? So that shows you that if you do things and these things they are not replicated in other institutions, that tells you that this thing you are doing, despite the fact that it's fun, perfect. I mean, just like Ibuku cited earlier, that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But if you really want to have fun, have a meaningful fun. Don't have a fun that will bring immorality, because if this set of students are schooling in a state that practices Sharia, whereby Hizbah police is highly recognized, is practiced in Kano State, Zamfara State, and other core Muslim states, can they wake up one morning all for the name of student week and say, okay, I'm a man, let me dress like a woman and start parading myself?
I want us to go back. You said student week. You said student week. They do everything. It is not institution week. It is student week. Most time, anything they have in mind to do, they do it.
Okay, all right now.
So I actually feel probably are taking it too serious.
What I'm trying to say is that maybe you and Bukola are saying that it's not a wrong thing.
I didn't say it's no.
Okay. Why are you talking about?
To me, it's not a wrong thing. It's not bad.
There are some people. Okay, let me just use a general term. There are some people that say, okay, what they did is not wrong. So that is why I am citing an example that if you think that something is wrong or something is not wrong, that thing that you say that is not wrong, can it be replicated in other branches, in other schools? If it can be replicated and there's no reprimand and there's no sanction on those students, that means that this thing is widely accepted. But if it is in only that institution, how many undergraduate students in University of Maiduguri, in UNIMED, or Kano State University or Kaduna State Polytechnic, how many students who are conk Muslims in a core northern state can wake up one morning just to say that, okay, let us dress, we are men, we are boys, let us dress like women, and the state government, the school authority will not sanction those students? They don't care.
You don't think that's like negation of freedom of expression?
What is freedom of expression?
Freedom of expression. Yes. You're allowed to do whatever thing you want to do.
You're allowed to do whatever thing, but not to the detriment of promoting immorality. To me, I see it as promotion of immorality.
So me, I'm staying on the fence, right?
Because no, you have to. You don't stay on the fence.
No, do you know how I will stay on the fence? You know how I'm just trying to balance the equation now. There are people on the side.
Yeah, you are free. Yeah, you are entitled to your own.
So there are people too that are in the news. I'm trying to support those ones too, you know. So the thing is, honestly, it's for fun. It's like, you know. But I feel like if I was in school and my boyfriend is part of those people, that it's going to look some kind of way to me. Do you understand? So, but then that's why I'm still on the fence. If your guy is part of those girls,
maybe no. Can you just imagine? Maybe if this thing is done in northern schools, and a male student walks up to an imam, you know, on campus, and what do you think will be going on in the mind of the imam?
But sometimes it's just for fun, because there are some girls also that they always make use of their younger brother's head for maybe wig styling. Some even just try to practice their makeup skills on their
and most people are actually doing for content. Yes, they want to train.
Yes, because then people will talk about. That's why you see that the girls did their own gender switch, but they didn't post the girls' own, because they know that girls' own just is the normal thing for girls, but they know that the guys' own with, you know, caught traction online, and that's why most of the times when we see the gender switch thing, they always post the male own. So sometimes time it's just like, you know, like how your wife now can want to use your head for wig styling sometimes.
My hair, I don't have hair.
No, like she does put it on your head.
Okay.
The wig styling, or maybe she does makeup and she wants, you're not allowed to do it on your face.
It depends now. It depends. It depends now.
On what?
If it will not go public, you can be doing it at home now.
So you're not allowed to take pictures of you. What about if it's going to cost you people lots of money? Like, you know that
when we are not content creators, and maybe when we are content creators.
So you see,
you're bringing this into family now.
No. If there's nothing wrong, the law in the country does not ban men from plaiting their hair now. So it's not something that we should be worrisome. But when you talk about immorality, you know,
how does it equate to immorality? I'm just curious.
The gender switch.
Yeah, like that one, not the act itself of transgender or correct. Like this gender switch is just for play for them. How does it seem like? Because we all know that they are joking. So
because anything that is prohibited in your country, transgender is prohibited in Nigeria. So is prohibited in Nigeria, and anybody that practices that thing is immoral. It's just like it's a crime. Whatever is a crime, whatever that is banned in your country is a crime. So it has been labeled as immorality. So that is why the government placed a ban on it.
So you're going to blame the students or the school?
I will number one, I will blame the school for allowing such, and I will also blame the student for descending so low to have, but what is my business? I'm not the one there. My son is not there. My relative is not there. So the essence of what we are doing here is just to let our listeners know that there is a limit to fun. Yes, there is freedom of expression, but while you are expressing yourself, don't let that expression tarnish the image of the country. You understand? There are countries in this world that people make love in public. Not kissing. No. When I say love, I mean, you understand what I'm trying to say?
In Nigeria or
no, in other countries.
Okay.
Yeah, people make love in public, but can that be replicated here in the country? So let us first of all think about our culture. Okay, before we start doing things, let us think about our culture. What is our value system? Is it because transgender is done in other countries? Is that why we want to replicate it here? What is the historical background of transgender? Like some men of God used to say that all these people that pastors that invite comedian to crack joke in church. There are some men of God, they will tell you that there's no comedy in the realm of the spirit. If you are making fun of God, some men of God will tell you that it is wrong. So there are some things that we do here, despite the fact that it's for fun. But what is the implication? What is the thing behind that thing that we are doing? Let me just end it here. Maybe I'm talking too much.
You have anything to say?
I don't know what to say again. What I just want to say is I'm not seeing anything bad there, because if they are not doing it on a normal day, like normal school time, going to school, they are dressing like that, it's not something bad. It's a student week. So they are free to...
Let me ask you one question. Would you allow your son to dress like that?
Would I allow my son to dress like that? If
you see your son on social media dressing like...
See, this thing is about... this is about personality. If you check it all, not everybody actually did like that. There are few people. They actually choose themselves, okay, I want to do like this. It's not compulsory. It is...
You never answer my question.
It's not... I can't decide for him. He choose what he wants to do.
Okay.
This is about what makes you happy, and the way we are taking it serious, people will see it and will just laugh at me. We will laugh and smile. We are talking about cracking jokes in church. What about if that crack jokes will now make somebody ill from a lot of worries, a lot of trauma? Yes, now because we are thinking of there's things that we should not take serious.
No problem.
Yeah, and you know how people just want to create content now, and everything is just about creating content and making people laugh and trying to generate money through content creation. I mean, when Obinila did that custom week or something like that one really gained a lot of traction online. Like, people were really reposting the costume week because there were different kind of creative things going on there. So it's not about like creativity, that's what they feel like, creativity, showing their different thing and stuff like that. But regardless,
what about the fake wedding that they used to do in school? Look at that fake wedding, and they will do it as if they are doing real wedding. They will kiss, they will do
FYB.
They will do fake wedding. Just imagine the man. You've not seen fake wedding. It is common. I did it in school. Fake wedding. They will do Owambe party. They will take clothes, agbada, everything. They will do real party, called photographer.
Is it like cultural day?
Not cultural day. Like real wedding party, like real wedding Owambe party.
And it's fake.
And it's fake. I did it in school.
Who was the bride and the groom like?
They will choose bride, and they might not know themselves. It will actually be a couple in school.
Interesting.
They will choose them. They will do fake wedding for them, and they will cook. And school
let me read some of the comments here on that post. This is coming from Salio Adekunle. Salio Adekunle said, if I had a brother or a close friend who willingly dressed up as a woman like this, not even as a joke, but embracing the idea, I honestly wouldn't see him the same way again. Another thing people ignore is the attention it brings. Imagine a guy dresses like a woman and the comments are, I never knew you were a guy, or you look prettier than some girls. that kind of validation can encourage someone to keep pushing further. And before they realize it, they've embraced something they've never intended. That is why I don't see it as just harmless fun. It can influence people in ways they don't immediately recognize. So, in as much as it is for fun, before we engage ourselves in fun, let us think deep the other side of the fun, just like what Sabisu has stated. Let me see another comment. Now, this is Gadus. Gadus said the first two guys need to be checked. You see what I was saying earlier? I didn't even read the comment to Tambot switching up. When did all this start happening in school?
May I ask a question?
I mean, that is the point. That's the point of this. So that was why I said earlier that people that did it, how are we sure that they are not, they've not always wanted to dress like this?
So my question is, there are guys that they imbibe the old girl feminine vibe. Some ones is like naturally inclined, and then there are also some girls that they're like tomboys, right? They're just like boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So why is it that it's always majorly the men they focus on? Why don't they also look at those girls that also do, like, okay, they transgender or whatever thing they call the male species? Some start dressing like guys, some even go as far as dating their fellow females, just because of the
very common for females.
Yes, but I've never really heard anyone talk about that. They always talk about, you're a man. You see, I'm a gay, but I'm supporting man.
Yes.
So why is it that way?
Yes, let me say something. Well, because this is an African tradition, this is an African culture. It is a taboo. It is a taboo that God took his time to make you, and all of a sudden you woke up one morning and said that you don't want to be like the person, the gender, that God has given you. It's a taboo. Whatever is a taboo is a taboo. I don't know how best to explain it or how best to respond to it, but it is a taboo for a man with authority to wake up one morning and I'm not saying that being a woman is diminishing. No, I don't know if you understand. I'm not saying that being a woman is diminishing, but what I'm trying to say is that as a man, you wake up one morning and say that I don't want to look like a man. I don't want to be acting like a man. I want to start acting like a lady. It's diminishing. You have tarnished the image of the manhood. You understand? God didn't make you to be like, because if God had wanted you to be like a woman, he would have made you a woman. God didn't made you to be like a woman. He made you to be like a man. And all just because of the name of fun, or just because it is being done elsewhere, you now decide to, okay, let me just look like it is unacceptable in the African culture. That's just the best. That's why people are against it. That is why men who dresses like women, they are against it in Africa. Now you now talked about women. What about women who dresses like a tomboy or whatever? But if you look at most women who are tomboys, you see that they have this masculinity in them. They appear like boys.
Actually, I'm not even going to even lie. I think I understand why it's that way.
Yeah.
If you see a woman dressed like a boy, it's just like a normal thing. Because we wear trousers already, we put on suits.
But they have their muscular,
we are low cut sometimes.
Yeah.
We are, those shorts and everything like that. So it's looking like normal. This thing. I think the only part is when a girl is looking too masculine.
Yeah, too masculine.
When she's dreaming, I saw a particular video. The girl have muscle like this.
So
what happened?
So most girls or most ladies that are tomboys, they have this physical appearance of this masculinity in them. So that is okay. Maybe if I dress like this, it's just like Serena Williams, who has this muscular body, this tennis star. Serena Williams, who has this muscular body, and sometimes if you see Serena Williams dress, puts on miniskirt, it doesn't fit her because of what she does. She's an athlete. So I'm just using her as an example. So why a lot of people criticize men wanting to dress or dressing transgendering is because it is a taboo in the African culture. That's just what I have to say.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Nothing.
All right. So in all, I'll just say, do you or just live morally right, like what Ken is advocating for. say that you're a man and you should, stick in the line of being a man, and it does not sit down well with the idea of the old gender switch thing, and he thinks the school should readdress.
Maybe I'm too spiritual. Maybe I'm too.
No, you are right.
Yeah,
you are right.
In everything that we do, let us first of all see what is the implication behind it. If people are, I don't want to be religious. Okay, in everything we do, either seriousness or not serious, there's a spirit. I don't want to use the word. I don't want to be too religious. You understand? There's an implication to it. So let us. Yeah. So that's it.
The schools should address the whole idea about gender. But I think it's more of them. I don't think the school has a say in that. Sure.
No, the school doesn't have a say.
The school doesn't have a say in that. So it's the students, and I don't think they would stop anytime soon, because our generation, anything for social media and TikTok clicks, they don't mind. So yeah, so that's like a norm for them now. And then it's just left for you. Do you think you would, if you were still in school, or if you are passed out, do you think if you were still in school, you would have, and what's the English? You'd have joined them to do that particular agenda, involve yourself in it. And if you're in school now, do you feel like, you look forward to that particular thing? Or if your school does not do it, do you think that you want your school to do it or not? Let us know what you think about this particular one from Uniben. And we'll go on a quick break. So when we come back, we'll talk more about the other story, gisting topic for today.
Yeah.
Alright, this is still Overt Radio, and you're listening to me, Buki Daisy, and Ken and Ibukun right here on Trend Table. We'll be right back after this music break. Keep it locked.
Favorite beats always near.